Nats homestand opens with the Reds, making news lately because of a rookie outfielder's historic start. Eric Fetty goes for a second straight strong outing on a beautiful night at Nationals Park. So great to be back home and a warm night at the yard. The Nats entertain the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, good night for the family to load up and get downtown and enjoy some National League Baseball. The Nats played three. He's not in the lineup tonight, but the good news is he's not hurt seriously after that at the third base bag. He could pinch hit if he's needed.
Yeah, I think Davey Martinez saw his whole ball club season flash before his eyes yesterday. Juan Soto would stay down through the God Bless America in the seventh inning. I talked to Juan today for a while during batting practice day. He was on the Nats bench, and I said, hey, you haven't had a day off. How you feeling? He said, it's baseball. I don't need a day off. My ankle's fine, and he's thinking he's going to be back in there tomorrow.
It's baseball. I don't need a day off. I absolutely love that. Eric Fetty, we loved what he did at San Francisco. 6 strong innings when he beat the Giants last week.
Yeah, I think it started with Brandon Belt hitting that long fly ball to center field. All of a sudden, he had confidence. He went after the Giants and look for him to be aggressive here today against the Reds.
Anthony Rendon is going after opposing pitchers these days. Last 8 ball games, hitting 400, 10 RBIs. He's up there in OPS, RBIs, batting average. He's with the elite hitters in all of baseball, not just those in the National League. Another big series for the Nats, and this time Cincinnati comes calling.
Hello everybody, welcome to the next game of the Washington Nationals replay. We are now at game 118, and we are at the date of August the 12th, 2019, a Monday night in D.C. Start of a quick 6-game homestand between the Nationals, 3 versus the Reds, 3 versus the Brewers. Let's get you caught up on what happened since the last video. The Nationals defeated the Mets in the opening of the series by the score of 3-1. I'm sorry, the Mets defeated the Nationals, my bad. 3-1. Marcus Stroman had a great outing, but I actually miscalculated the winner and the loser of the game because Stroman came out in the middle of the 7th. It was actually Seth Lugo that got the win. So he is 5-0. Guerra took the loss 2-3, and Diaz got his 19th save. That was game 115 played on Friday night, the opening of the series at Citi Field. Mets won the first game. Nationals came back and won game 2, 5-4. Actually, I wish I would have recorded this one. This one went 12 innings, and the Nationals came through in the 12th against Seth Lugo. Familia, though, was the guy they really broke through against. Lugo came in and finished the inning, but the run was charged to Familia, so Familia took the loss 2-3. Guerra came back and got the win 3-3, and Fernando Rodney his 3rd save. To even the series at a game apiece, the series finale went the way of the Mets again, 6-5. However, DeGrom was not a factor. He only went 5 2/3 and got knocked around quite a bit. But the Mets bullpen, Mazza, Avalon, Lugo, and Diaz did the job, held the Nationals in check. Nationals left 10 runners on base, which was their downfall. And a 6-5 ball game was the result. And so with that loss, Washington has lost 2 out of 3 in the Mets series on the road. They're now finally coming back home after a very long road trip. They come back 71-46. That is their record. We'll look at the standings. Up-to-date standings. The Nationals are 71-46. Atlanta is 70-50, 2.5 games back. Mets have jumped Philly into 3rd place. They are 10.5 back. Philly's 11.5 back, and Miami's way back there. All right, let's look at the starting pitchers for today's game. Eric Fetty goes for the Nationals, and Anthony DeScalfani will be going for the Reds. Let's look at the Reds lineup, bench players, and so forth for this game. Starting lineup, Jesse Winker in left, Votto at first, Suarez at third, Van Meter in second. The rookie Aquino, he's been the story of the 2019 summer as he's come up with a bang. He's in right field, Sincel in center, Barnhart catching, Iglesias at short, DeScalfani pitching. On the bench for the Reds, they have one left-handed hitter, and that is Brian O'Grady. And they have 3 right-handers. They have Kyle Farmer, Phillip Ervin, and Jose Peraza. So that is their bench. And later in the series, they will also add Freddie Galvis to the roster, coming over from Toronto, but he's not available for this particular game. For the Nationals, of course, Erick Fedde is on the mound. He will be making his 11th start through 10 starts. He's 5-4 with a 3.82 ERA. 61 in the third innings, 48 hits, 28 runs, 26 earned, 24 walks, and 45 strikeouts. Bullpen pretty much the same for the Nationals. 2 lefties, Grayson Doolittle. 6 right-handers, Guerra, Rainey, Hudson, Rodney, Strickland, and Suero. Defensively for the Nationals, with Soto getting injured in the last game in the Mets series, rounding third base. He's got a tender ankle. He is available to pinch hit, but he will not start in this game. So Gerardo Parra, the Baby Shark, starts in left. Robles in center, Eaton in right. Rendon, Turner, Cabrera, and Adams around the infield. Suzuki catching the offerings of Erick Fedde. All right, so we are ready to go here for the first game of the series. And as we look ahead, tomorrow's game on Tuesday, Alex Wood against Joe Ross. And on the 14th, on Wednesday, it'll be the very controversial Trevor Bauer coming over from Cleveland in their trade against Strasburg. But we are concentrating on the Monday night game, which is the one at hand. And that is Erick Fedde against Anthony DeScalfani. So let's make sure we got everything in place, ready to go, so that everything hopefully fits where it needs to. Looks like everything is copacetic, as best I can tell. So Erick Fedde finishing up those warm-up tosses. I do have the computer up so I can give you the replay stats on the Reds as configured by the PC Replay computer game. And also give you the stats on the bullpen and bench players for the Nationals if and when they make an appearance in the ball game. All right, right now, Jesse Winker will lead things off, and in the real game, he touched up Erick Fedde with a leadoff home run. Erick Fedde hoping not to repeat history on that. What in the world got on his card? Some little stain got on his card. That's not from the company. I did something there apparently. That's not from the company. It didn't come like that. So I don't know what I was doing, but something there is got on the card. It's not something I can scrape off. That's just something got on. I don't know what it is, but it's no big deal. You can read the card, no problem. Erick Fedde to Winker, and Winker enters the game hitting .297 with 16 home runs in 347 at bats. So he's pretty much almost done. He's already had more at bats in the replay than he has in the regular season. So I'm thinking he's probably almost done. Actually, 103 games, 113 games. So he's getting more at bats in the replay than he did in the real season. But 16 home runs and a .297 average. So he's definitely hitting better than he did in real life, which is maybe why the computer is giving him more at bats. So here's Fedde to Winker, the lefty. 6.5 is a strikeout chance, 11 too high, so we go to Winker. 1-2, star 1, that is a ground ball to second, and Asdrubal Cabrera right there, Johnny on the spot to make the play, and there's one away. And Erick Fedde is off to a much better start than he was in the real game. That'll bring up Joey Votto. I know in 2021 he's having a heck of a season. 2019 was not one of his better seasons, but he is hitting .298 with 10 home runs in the replay. Fedde 6-2, and there you go, straight up home run chance. He's an 8, but that's a 12, so no home run for Votto, but he will get to swing. 1-3, and he's going to do a split chance, and against a right-hander, it's going to ground to Cabrera once again. So 2 ground balls to second base. Couldn't be much easier for Erick Fedde on the first 2. Here's Eugenio Suarez, and he had quite a year in 2019 with those 49 homers. In the replay, in 434 at-bats, he's got 41 home runs, hitting .302, so much better average than he was in real life. Fedde, 6-6. He's not tired, so there's no single. Suarez, 3-4, and he's going to double to center field. So a 2-out double for Eugenio Suarez, and the Reds have something cooking here in the first. The runner in scoring position and 2 down. Bring up Josh Van Meter, the second baseman. He also has something on his card. I don't know where these things are coming from. They didn't come that way from the company, I can guarantee you that. Let's see, Van Meter's only had 94 at-bats in the replay, so he hasn't been with the Reds all that long, hitting .266. Strategy roll for Fetty, nothing happening. Fetty to Van Meter. 5-3 against a right-hander, that's an out, but against a lefty, it's a blank. And I've talked about this before. He's got 6 automatic outs against right-handed batters that he doesn't have against lefties, so he's much tougher against the righties. But in this case, he's facing a lefty, so he doesn't get that benefit. Van Meter will swing. 6-3, he's going to fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So Fetty pitches around that 2-out double for the Reds. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. At the end of 1/2 inning of play from Nats Park, it's Cincinnati nothing and Washington coming to bat. And Anthony DeScalfani will be the starter for the Reds. He is, of course, now with the San Francisco Giants, but in 2019 he was with the Reds. In the 2019 season, he was 9-9 with a 3.89 ERA. In the replay, he is 8-7 with a 3.99 ERA. So not too bad, pretty much right on time. Numbers are, fairly reasonable. All right, here is Trey Turner to lead it off for the Nationals, hitting .297, 14 homers and 45 driven in. DeScalfani, 2-4. Oh, let me do the at bat, then I'll do the lineup. I forgot to do the lineup, my bad. All right, 2-4 is a possible hit by pitch. He's a 4, -4 is a 0, so Turner will swing. 1-3, he's going to fly to right. Let's finish the lineup here. I forgot to also put the batting ratings in. Pretty much have them memorized by now, or at least I ought to. So we got Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Adams at first. Cabrera is at second. Gerardo Parra is in left. Suzuki will hit 7th. Robles will hit 8th. And Fetty will hit 9th. On the bench, they do have Soto, Kendrick, Dozier. I got Soto listed twice, and I don't know why. That was really weird. I don't know why I have him listed twice there. That was pretty dumb. And they also have, I think they still have Steven. No, they've got, I forgot to put Gomes in here. I meant to put Gomes, not Soto. Gomes is the backup catcher. So they got 3 righties on the bench, Kendrick, Dozier, and Gomes, 1 lefty, Soto. And if Soto does pinch hit, they will pinch run for him because they don't want him running on that ankle. And for the Reds, they have 6 bullpen pitchers. They're all right-handed. Hughes, Gosman, Lorenzen, Romano, Stevenson, and Sims. They have no lefties in their pen. Very odd to not have lefties in your pen, but that's the way their roster is at the moment. So it's just the way it is. They have to play it that way. Here is Adam Eaton after Turner flies to right. Adam Eaton is up. He's hitting .240, 11 homers, 57 driven in. 3-3 for DeScalfani. It's a straight-up home run chance. He's a 6. That's a 3. It is gone. Adam Eaton just crushed one over the right field wall. His 12th homer of the year. And that gives the Nationals a 1-0 lead. 1-0 lead thanks to the home run from Adam Eaton as he turned on that one. Brings up Anthony Rendon, 310, 25 homers, 88 driven in. 3-6, double question mark, well, it's automatic out against a righty because it's 1-20. So let's see what the out's going to be. It's a 2, which is a fly to center. So there's 2 down as he gets Rendon to fly out to center field. That'll bring up Matt Adams, who's been bumped up to the cleanup spot. He's hitting very well in the replay, .262 as opposed to .226 he hit in real life. 17 home runs, 45 driven in. DeScalfani, 6-1, strikeout chance, and he got him. So that's going to end the inning. But the home run from Adam Eaton puts the Nationals ahead 1-0. 1 run, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. Go to the second, it's 1-0 Nationals over the Reds. First of a 6-game homestand, first of a 3-game series against the Reds. And a 6-game homestand as Milwaukee will come in for 3 after this. So Fetty back out, and Aristides Aquino, I think is how you pronounce the first name. He is the phenom for the Reds who's come up Only had 35 at bats, only played in 11 games so far, but he's really making a name for himself. And he'll be facing Fetty. 5-1, but he is right-handed, so that's going to hurt him against Fetty because that's one of those 6 places where he gets automatic out against a right-hander. And so automatic out is invoked, and it's going to be a fly to left. So Aquino flies to left, 1 down. And that takes us to Nick Senzel, center fielder. Senzel on the PC replay is hitting .256 with 9 home runs. Interesting, he's hitting .256. He hit .256 for the season. In the replay, he's also hitting .256 in 309 at bats with 9 home runs in 79 games. Fetty, 6'6". He's not tired, so there's no single. Senzel, 2-5. He will single to right field. So Senzel with a 1-out single, trying to get something started for the Reds. He has an attempt of 5 to try to get a jump to steal, and he can't do it. So Senzel will hold. And here's Tucker Barnhart, switch hitter. I believe he is now fully gone left-handed as far as hitting. I think he abandoned the switch hitting thing. But in 2019, he was a switch hitter. And he is hitting .207 with 7 home runs in the replay. Much better against right-handers, so I think that's why he went ahead and abandoned the lefties. Because as you can see against lefties, he makes a lot of outs against lefties. He has no home run power against lefties. So batting right-handed just didn't seem to work for him, so that's why I think he went strictly to the lefty thing at this point. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Fetty, 4-4. And against a switch hitter batting left, that is a straight out single, S1. That's a straight out single. Senzel runs at a 3, and I forgot to put that in there as well. So he runs at a 3, but a single to get from first to third on an S1. I believe you need more than that. Let's see. Yeah, you need a 4. He's only a 3, so Senzel has to stop at second base. But they do have 2 on with only 1 out. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Jose Iglesias, the shortstop, and he's hitting .263 with 7 home runs on the replay. Let's see what he can do here. Strategy roll for Fetty. Nothing happening. He's not going to bunt. So here's Fetty to Iglesias, 1-6. That's a walk plus. So Fetty walks Iglesias, and then that ends up loading the bases with only 1 out for the pitcher, DeScalfani. So that's going to make things interesting. DeScalfani, not much for a double play candidate. So they're going to play the infield in here. They don't want to give up a cheap run, so they're going to play the infield in. Still checking for a pickoff chance, not happening. Fetty really needs a strikeout. 3-6, it's a hit by pitch chance, so no hit by pitch chance there at all. We go to DeScalfani. 5-3, star 1, that's a ground ball to second. The infield was in, so the play, double play chance is going home to first. So the double play rating on him is a 0. So I don't believe there's any chance to get the run. We'll roll and see if it's a runner advanced or if it's a fielder's choice. It's a 2, so it's a fielder's choice. When you bring the infield in, the run rating drops by 2, makes him a 1, so this 2 beats the 1. So they get the force play at home plate, 4-2, but everybody else is safe on the fielder's choice. No chance at a double play. So fielder's choice, 4-2, but by playing the infield in, they prevent the run. And bases are still loaded though, so Fetty not out of the woods yet, particularly with Winker at the plate. Fetty on the strategy, nothing happening. Fetty 6-2, that's a straight up home run chance. He's a 10, and that's an 8. Unbelievable. That is a 3-run homer. I'm sorry, that's a grand slam homer from Jesse Winker. Wow. So Winker took him deep in the real game to open the ball game as a solo shot. This time he does it as a grand salami. Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker. Grand salami. And I don't know if you can tell in here or not, but he's not rated for splits despite having 338 at bats. So he was rated a 10 home run versus lefties and righties. I looked it up. He didn't have any home runs against lefties, so I whited out that little 1 there. So against lefties, he has a 0 home run chance, just trying to make it fair. But in this case, he's facing the right-hander Fetty, and it is gone. A grand salami. The Reds now lead it 4-1. And 2-out damage seriously done there. Here's Joey Votto, 2-1. And that's a straight-up home run chance again. Votto's an 8. That's a 4. It is gone. Back-to-back jacks. And Fetty just lost it all of a sudden. Back-to-back home runs. And I tell you what, their bullpen was pretty much taxed in the Mets series, so they were looking for some innings from Fetty. They really didn't want to have to go to their bullpen so quickly, but they might have to. Here's Suarez. 3-6, hit by pitch. Not going to be hit by a pitch. Suarez, 4-5, pops it to third. The inning is finally over. But the Reds put up 5 runs. And they do it on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors and nobody left. So crushing home runs there by the Reds. They now take a 5-1 lead and have turned that over to DeScalfani to protect. Nationals, who have been struggling offensively as of late, got their work cut out for them in this game. Asdrubal Cabrera, first man up in limited duty with the Nationals. He's hitting .231, no homers and a run driven in. Spent most of the year with Texas. 3-5. He's a switch hitter batting left, so that's a blank. We go to Cabrera. 5-4. He's going to single to right field, so base hit for Cabrera. And I guess a long journey starts with a short step, and that's the first step in the process, that leadoff single. He is an attempt of 1, so we'll see if he can get a jump. He does not. Here's Gerardo Parra hitting .333, 7 homers, 21 driven in. See if the baby shark can do anything. 4-6 is a strikeout chance. That's too high. We go to Parra. 1-2. He grounds it back to the pitcher. This could be a double play. He's a 2, but when it goes back to the pitcher, you add 1, makes it a 3. They're already halfway, makes it a 4. Nothing on the pivot. So 1-4, it's a double play. Nope, it's a 5, so it will be a fielder's choice. I'm going to go 1-6, but the relay not in time to get Parra. So at least he avoids the double play. But the lead runner, Cabrera, is retired. Parra, attempt of 2, but nothing happening there to get a jump. Here's Kurt Suzuki, .276, 9 homers and 38 driven in. DeScalfani, 1-5, strikeout plus. He got him. That's 2 down. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Victor Robles. He's hitting .236, 11 homers, 48 driven in. Nothing on the strategy. 5-6 against a right-hander. That's a blank. We go to Robles. 4-3, star 5. That's a ground ball to short, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left at the end of 2. It is still Cincinnati 5 and Washington 1. And Eric Fetty has to regroup. This may be his last inning of pitching because he is scheduled to lead off next inning. So this could be it for Fetty. They can only get 3 innings out of him and need 6 from the bullpen, which is not going to be good for them because that bullpen is already overworked as it is. Here is Josh Van Meter to lead it off. 1-2 and another home run chance right here, but it's only 1-2 against a lefty, so that's a 3. It does not pass. So no home run chance, but Van Meter will swing. 4-2, star 6. Ends up being a fly to center. 1 away. So Fetty caught a break on that one. And that'll bring up Aristides Aquino. 3-3 is a range play. 3-2, question mark 8 against a right-hander. All the way up to 19 is a hit. That's a 13, which puts that into a double. But it is a range check on Robles. He could take the double away. He's a 1-3. 1, 2, or 3, it's a fly to center that is robbed of a double. 4, 5, or 6, the double stands. It's a 6, so it falls in for that double. Aquino puts it just out of the reach of Robles, and that is a failed range play. on Robles, so I'll circle that and put down his fielding position so I can know that, just for FYI purposes for myself. Here's Sincel. He will step in. He started all that mess last inning with a base hit. Let's see what he can do here against Fetty. 2-5 strikeout chance, but 20 is too high. Go to Sincel. 4-4, and that's a single to left field, so he's 2 for 2. Question is, can Aquino score? He runs at a 4. The arm in the outfield power is a 0. Single to left, you add 1, makes him a 5. So anything other than a 6, and he will score. And he does. So Aquino comes in on the RBI single by Sincel. And now you wonder if Fetty can even make it through the inning. They'd certainly like to get him through there, but he's not doing a very good job of it right now. It is now a 6-1 ball game. Strategy rolls are still in place because the difference is only 5 runs. Once it gets to 6 runs, if it does, then we take the strategy rolls away. His attempt is a 5. Nothing happening, so that'll bring up Tucker Barnhart. 2-3, possible wild pitch, but 13 is too high. It's just ball 1. 1-5, possible error on a throw. We go to Barnhart. 5-1's a fly to left, so no throw to worry about. 2 down as Parra puts it away. The replay PC computer says Fetty is tired, but that's not what the... Well, if you want to play the pull rating, I guess you could, but I'm letting him finish out the inning. Here is Iglesias. Right or wrong, I'm letting him do it. 6-6, that's a single, so I could say he has to come out, but I'm not going to do that because I don't think he's tired yet. You're not going to be tired after 3 innings of pitching. I'm sorry, I just don't buy this. You give up so many runs, it makes you tired to crap because it's 3 innings. He ain't going to get tired facing 17 batters. He can face 22. So I don't buy that logic. It's not going to be tired, so we go to Iglesias. 5-4, and that's a star 4, which is a ground ball to first to end the inning. And I do that for both teams, not just the Nationals, because I don't really care how many games the Nationals win in this thing. I'm just checking to see the accuracy of the inside pitch game. So, all right, so Fetty will definitely come out now because he is scheduled to be the leadoff hitter this inning. For the Reds, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. It is now 6-1 Cincinnati, and pinch hitting for Fetty will be Howie Kendrick. He just came off the injured list, so he's back for them. Good chance to get his feet wet. I'm sure he didn't expect to be pinch hitting in the 3rd inning, but that's where he finds himself, pinch hitting in the 3rd inning. So Howie Kendrick is in, and he'll be facing DeScalfani. Only mistake DeScalfani's really made is the home run ball to Eaton. So Kendrick will replace Fetty, and on the replay, Kendrick is hitting .304 with 15 home runs. Here's DeScalfani, 4-6 strikeout chance, 11 is too much. Go to Kendrick, 5-6, that's a single to right field, so a pinch hit single for Howie Kendrick. He's aboard, and attempt is a 1, but I don't think anything's going to happen with that. Nope. Nothing's going to happen with that. Back to the top of the order, and Trey Turner. Kendrick does run as a 3, so we have that for future reference. DeScalfani to Turner. 5-6 is a blank against a right-hander. 6-2, fly to left. 1 away. 1 down, and that brings up Adam Eaton, who hit the home run his first time up. Strategy roll, nothing happening. DeScalfani, 6-4, strikeout chance, but 13 is too much. Go to Eaton, 5-6. He's going to line it to first, and that could be a double play. With a runner on first, a liner to first. A 1-4 is a double play. So if we get anything 1 through 4, it's going to be a double play. And it is. So he lines it to Votto, and Votto will just step on the bag, and Kendrick is a dead duck. So it goes line out to third, and in 3 unassisted double play to end the inning. That's just the kind of luck the Nationals have had this game. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 3, it is 6-1 on that hard shot by Eaton, but it turns out to be a double play. Go figure. So that's going to do it for the Nationals, and now we need a new pitcher for Washington, and hopefully someone that can give them some innings. That would certainly help the cause. Let's look at their bullpen and see. I'm going to check the computer and see who has pitched the most and the least and who has the freshest arm. It looks like maybe Tanner Rainey might be able to do something. He doesn't have very long. This may be a one inning. This may be about 5 or 6 pitchers pitching an inning apiece is what this may turn into. So Rainey is going to come on, and he has been struggling to say the least. So I guess this is good enough time to bring him in when you're down 6-1. So Tanner Rainey is on. Rainey on the replay. Let's look at his numbers. They aren't good. He's 1-3 with a 7.46 ERA. He does have 2 saves. So for some reason in this replay he has been struggling. Inside pitch is not like Tanner Rainey. But he does get to face the pitcher, DeScalfani, to start. 6-2, possible error on a throw. 6-6, star 6 is a fly to right, so no throw there to worry about. But that is a 5, and he does have the special K of 1-7 against the right-hander. So since that 5 falls in that category, the fly ball to right field is overridden with the strikeout. That's what the special K is all about. When that D20 falls in this range and the batter makes an out, then we change that out to a strikeout. So he does strike out DeScalfani. Had, of course, the D20 been 8 or higher, we'd have kept the original fly out, but not in this case. So a lot of times I forget to look at that special K, but that time I just happened to think about it, and there it was. So he gets the special K. Here's Winker. He started the whole mess with that grand slam his last time up. Rainey, 5-3 is a walk plus, so that's something Rainey's been doing an awful lot of in the replay, is walking guys, and that's what's been getting him in trouble, are all these walks. So Winker is aboard. Strategy roll for a possible pickoff, but nothing happening. Here's Joey Votto. He also homered his last chance. 6-3 is another walk plus, so back-to-back walks for Rainey. And that's what Dave Martinez was fearing, was all these walks. Here's Eugenio Suarez. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Rainey, 3-6, strikeout plus, so you get the walks, but you also get the strikeouts, and he gets the strikeout there for out number 2. So he's walked 2 and struck out 2 of the 4 batters he has faced. He is now tired. This is batter number 5 coming up, Josh Van Meter, so he's got to avoid those parentheses rolls. 20, so that means a 1-7 he will pick off Jesse Winker at second base on a 1-7. And he does. He picked him off, so he didn't have to worry about being tired. He just picks him off. So it goes 1-6 as Trey Turner snuck in behind him. He picks him off to end the inning. So for the Reds, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 6-1. Rainey is tired going into the next inning, but they might let him start the next inning and see how far he can get. We'll have to wait and see, because they don't, they got to have somebody give him some innings. DeScalfani is out to face Rendon. He's enjoying a 6-1 lead, so he's trying to just pace himself to have a nice outing. 3-5, strikeout plus. That's a good start. Rendon's not a high strikeout guy, but the strikeout plus will get him. 1 down, and here's Matt Adams. DeScalfani, 4-1's a range play at Nationals Park. 5-4, that is a single to second base, but it's a range check on Van Meter. 3 or less, and he takes the hit away. And he does. So a successful range check on Van Meter as he takes the hit away from Matt Adams. 2 down for his Asdrubal Cabrera. 5-2 is another range play. 2-2 is a question mark 9 against a right-hander. It goes up to 11, but that's a 20. So it's a fly to right, but it is a range check on Aquino. He's a 4. And he's able to make the play. So 2 consecutive successful range plays by the Reds. And the Nats go in order 1, 2, 3. And that will do it for the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Still 6-1. And they will have Rainey start the inning. And they're going to basically run him until he hits a fatigue roll where he has to come out. So it's Aquino to lead it off for the Reds to start the 5th against Rainey. Wait a minute. It's Van Meter. I had the wrong guy up, apparently. I'm supposed to have Suarez up, not Van Meter. So I kind of got that screwed up somehow or another. I don't know what happened, but we're just going to not worry about it at this point because it's water on the bridge. So we're going to have Van Meter lead off. So don't know if Suarez would have struck out in the, or had an out to have the Special K come up or not. I don't really know, to be honest with you. So I think Van Meter, what did he have? I'm not even sure what it was. So at this point, it's a moot point, as they say. So we're just going to go ahead and go with it. I think he had a 4-2, but I could be wrong. So I think it was a fly to right. 4-2 on Suarez would have been a liner to short, but again, the Special K would have got him. So I think the result would have been the same. But I got to be careful not to have those cards stick together. That's why I got the computer up here. I should have caught that, but I didn't. So anyway, here is Van Meter, the legitimate leadoff guy in the top of the 5th. Rainey, 6-1, strikeout plus. He's a 9, but the plus makes it a 19. Stadium doesn't change it, so the 19 fits. And Rainey gets the strikeout. He's tired, but he's going to keep going until he can't go anymore, basically. Dave Martinez has said, you go out there and give us everything you got. Rainey to Aquino, 1-4, hit by pitch. And that's too high, so we go to Aquino. 3-4, that is a star 2, which is a ground ball to short. And since the D20 is a 20, it's way above the Special K range. The ground ball to short will hold as an out. So 2 outs now. This is easily the best outing of the season for Rainey, because he's usually getting knocked around pretty good. He might go 2 innings of scoreless relief. That could be a miracle. Rainey to Sincel, 3-2 is a range play. Sincel 1-4 is a fly to right. We're checking the range of Eaton, who's a 3. And it's going to drop in. Is it going to be a single or a double? It is a double to right field for Sincel, so maybe I spoke too soon. Failed range play from Adam Eaton produces a 2-out double. And Rainey should have been out of the inning, but he's got to deal with Tucker Barnhart. Nothing on the strategy roll. Here's Rainey to Barnhart. 5-4, and against a left-hander, that is a switch hitter batting left. That's a straight-up home run chance. He's an 8. That's a 3. It is gone. A 2-run homer. So the failed range play burns him, and Rainey gives up a 2-run homer to make the score now 8-1. As the Reds have blown this thing wide open. And they're going to leave Rainey in to get that last out. No sense bringing in a relief pitcher now. The water's under the bridge. 3-6 strikeout plus, and he got him. That's going to end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. So Rainey is done. He goes 2 innings, whereas Fetty went 3 innings. So neither one of them very effective. 8-1 our score. Reds completely in control of this game. DeScalfani back out. We'll be facing the Baby Shark, Gerardo Parra, followed by Suzuki and Robles. Anybody gets on will pinch hit for Rainey. We'll see how it plays out. And we have DeScalfani to Parra. 1-4 strikeout chance. Got him. Gerardo Parra out on strikes. 1 down. Here's Suzuki. 6-5. That is a blank to a righty. Suzuki 6-3 is going to pop it up to second. So 2 quick outs, strikeout and a pop to second brings up Victor Robles. DeScalfani 5-1's a strikeout chance too high. We go to Robles. 3-4. He's going to fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. And now they might leave Rainey in there some more. We'll see. Because he is scheduled to lead off next inning. And they are trying to save their bullpen as much as possible. So it's highly likely that they will go ahead and keep Rainey out there and hope he avoids the parentheses. So that's what they're going to do. Rainey doesn't want to go out there, I don't believe. But Martinez says, you're taking one for the team, basically, in so many words. At least starting the inning anyway. He does get to face DeScalfani. That's who he started when he came in relief. That's who he started. It was against the pitcher. 1-4 is a hit by pitch chance. Way too high for that. DeScalfani, 6-3 is a ground ball to first. The 15's above the special K, so it's just going to be a ground ball to first. But if they can get 3 innings out of Rainey, that would be really big for their bullpen to save that for the rest of the series. Here's Winker. 4-2 is a walk plus, so again, those ugly walks are rearing their head. And that'll bring up Joey Votto. No strategy rolls now with the score being what it is, so we keep on. 5-5 is the ballpark card going to Nationals Park for Votto. 5-5 again, star 3. Ground ball to first. Could be a double play. Votto's a 3, but Rainey's a -1, makes it a 2. With a ground ball to first, you don't get the benefit of the infield halfway, so it stays a 2. It's a 5. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, 3-6. And Votto beats the return throw. But now there are 2 outs. And Rainey just needs to get that one more elusive out here against Suarez. 6-5 is a blank to a righty. Go to Suarez. 2-6, that's a question mark 7. Up through a 15 is a hit. That's a 4. It will be a base hit for Suarez. And the base hit is to left field, so Votto will stop at second. Everybody's station to station now, unless the infield chart says you advanced automatically, but there's not going to be any rolls to advance. With the score being what it is, it's going to be station to station for both sides. Here's Van Meter. 6-5 is a walk plus, so he will walk Van Meter to load the bases. Nationals fans are getting restless, but they want him to pull Rainey, but he's trying to get Rainey through here and save that bullpen because the game's pretty much hopelessly lost. He's trying to salvage the other 2 games of the series and keep a fresh bullpen. So Rainey on fumes trying to get Aquino. 4-1 strikeout plus, and he did it. So Tanner Rainey pitches 3 innings, only gives up 2 runs. So actually he did pretty well for himself to only give up the 2 runs. And actually if Eaton had made that play, he would have given up no runs. In this inning, they have no runs on a hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 8-1, and now for sure Rainey's coming out because he's set to lead off this inning, and they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And that pinch hitter is going to be, let's see who they're going to go to off the bench. They're going to go to Dozier, Brian Dozier. They really don't want to use Soto. They'd rather give him the day off, especially with the score being what it is. So I don't think you're going to see Soto in this game. But Brian Dozier, you will see. He will pinch hit. Mr. Dozier here in the 6th. And then Gomes will probably pinch hit in the 8th or 9th whenever that comes up. And they just save Soto and not use him. So Dozier on the replays hitting .264 with 15 homers. Here's DeScalfani. He is now tired, actually, because he can only face 22, and he's already faced this. No, I'm sorry, he's not tired yet. He's only faced 17 batters. What am I doing? So he's good to go. 6-4 is a strikeout chance. 12 is too high. We go to Dozier. 3-5, star 3, and that's a ground ball to third. When the score gets 8-1, I can kind of lose focus, so have to be careful of that. 1 down as the pinch hitter Dozier is retired. That brings up Trey Turner. 1-3, strikeout plus, and not going to get him. He's only been 18 on a strikeout plus, but that's a 20. So Turner will get the swing. 3-3, and he makes the most of it with a base hit to center field. Of course, not stealing or anything with the score being what it is. He will just stay put. And that brings up Adam Eaton. 4-3 is a potential walk, and he will walk Adam Eaton. Puts 2 on with 1 out. for Anthony Rendon. 1-5, strikeout plus, got him. So Rendon has fallen victim to the strikeout plus twice. He doesn't strike out often, but when you hit that strikeout plus, you're almost defenseless to stop it. So here's Matt Adams. 4-3, and that's a walk chance. 9. He only walks out of 7. Stadium adds one, makes an 8, but that's a 9, so no walk. Adams will swing. 4-2, star 4, ground ball to short, innings over. And that may be it for DeScalfani. We'll see. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 left. He has now faced 22 batters, and that's who he can face is 22 batters. So I believe that might be all for DeScalfani. We shall see, depending on when his spot in the order comes up. So Adams grounds to short to end the inning. And now we need a new pitcher for the Nationals to come on. And I don't think you'll get a whole lot of people raising their hand to come into the game right now in an 8-1 ball game. Not the most popular time to be coming in on an 8-1 game. DeScalfani is scheduled to bat 4th, so bullpen is loosening, and they will have a pinch hitter for him if it gets to that. Right now, let's see who the Nationals will go to. Who's the next rested guy in the bullpen? And that's showing as who? Showing as Javi Guerra. And Guerra does have a little bit of length. He can face 6 batters instead of just the 4, so they try to get 2 innings out of Guerra if they can. Try to save their better bullpen pitchers for a closer game. Here's Nick Senzel. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. 6-2, it's a home run chance right off the bat. He's a 7, that's a 6, it is gone. So Nick Senzel, his 4th hit of the game. This one a long ball, and Guerra comes in immediately and gives up a home run. And just like that, it's 9-1. And Martinez is just shaking his head. What do you want him to do? Whoever he brings in is basically putting up crap. 4-6 is a walk chance against a lefty. He's an 11, but the stadium adds 1, makes it a 12, so that's going to be a walk. So a walk to Barnhart. And that will bring up Jose Iglesias. Guerra 3-3. That is a home run question mark, 1-14. That passes. Iglesias has a chance for a home run on a 1-5. And he gets it right on the number. How about that? Little Jose Iglesias. He did hit 11 home runs on the season. He takes Guerra deep again. Second home run given up by Guerra. He hasn't gotten anybody out. And he's given up 3 runs to all 3 batters he has faced. It is now 11-1. And I'm seriously considering not doing this for video and maybe recording the next game, because this one is just outright nasty. They're going to go ahead and let DeScalfani go ahead and hit. They don't need a rush to take him out. 5-3 strikeout got him there, but they're going to let him go a little bit longer and save their bullpen as well. So that'll bring up Jesse Winker. 6-5, and that's a home run chance to a lefty. He's a 10. That's a 12, though, so it's out of range. So we go to Winker. 2-4, and that's a ground ball to second for out number 2. So 2 down. And that brings up Joey Votto. Votto, the batter. And that's the one, I think, by not having him rated as splits, I think it hurt him on the home run. Because if you make him a 0 here, you probably bump this number up to about 14 or 15, and he would have had his home run, but that's just one of the drawbacks to not having a lefty-righty card. All right, here's Votto. 4-2, strikeout, got him. I'm not complaining, I'm just making observations, just so you know. All right, strikeout ends the inning. When it's 11-1, that's about all I can do is make observations at this point. So, strikeout there, but 3 runs for Cincinnati. And they do it on 2 hits, both of them homers. No errors and nobody left on. So we go to the 7th inning stretch, and it is 11-1. That's going to be it for Guerra. He's only going to make it the 1 inning. But it's 11-1 now. Now DeScalfani is technically tired, so if he hits the parentheses roll, he's got to come out. But we're going to try to let him go at least 1 more inning if possible. He's got a 10-run lead to work with. Why not? 6-6, ball 1 on the wild pitch. 2-4, that's a hit by pitch. He's a 4, but a -4 takes that away. Go to Cabrera. 1-2, ground ball to first. Votto will step on the bag. Easy play, 1 down. Brings up Gerardo Parra. 4-1, that's a range play at Nationals Park. 3-6, it's a ground ball in front of the plate. The range is on Barnhart. He is a 4. So Barnhart makes the play very easily. 2-3 range play. Comes out from behind the plate and fires to get out Parra, who wasn't really running that hard down the line when it's 11-1. Here's Suzuki. 2-3, and that is a straight-up home run chance for Suzuki. He's a 14. That's a 4. It's a 2-run homer. A 2-run homer for a solo shot, rather, for Kurt Suzuki. So both Nationals runs have been solo home runs. One by Eaton and now one by Suzuki. That's home run number 10 for Suzuki on the season. And that'll bring up Victor Robles. 3-4, and that's a strikeout chance. Too high. We go to Robles. 4-3, that is a star 5, which is a fly to left to end the inning. 1 run, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 7, it is Cincinnati in a laugher, 11-2. And now, let's see, Guerra would be the leadoff hitter in the inning. Now, they may do a double switch here. I think they will. They're going to bring in Yan Gomes to catch and let the pitcher hit in Suzuki's spot. Yan Gomes will hit in the number 9 spot as the catcher here in the 8th inning. So Yan Gomes will come in and catch and bat 9th, which means he will lead off the next inning. Suzuki is removed from the game. And let's see who the new pitcher is going to be. It is going to be, let's see who they've got left. Let's see, he flew to left, was last out there. Okay. So let's see who the last or the new pitcher is going to be for the Nationals. Let's see, who's the most rested? Really, none of them are all that rested. Actually, the most rested is probably Sean Doolittle, but they don't want to use him right now. So I think they will just go with Wander Suero. He's fairly rested. So Wander Suero will come in and pitch the 8th inning. This is the bad part of being the home team. If you were the visiting team, you'd only have to cover 8 innings, but as the home team, you got to cover 9 innings no matter what the score is. So let's see if Suero can throw 2 innings. That's basically throwing him to the wolves, saying go get him. So Fetty 3 innings, Rainey 3 innings, and now Guerra an inning. Now Suero coming in to see what he can do against Suarez. 5-2, hit by pitch. They need to hit somebody, and they did. So finally, took long enough, as Bob Uecker once said in the Major League movie. It's about time, I think, is the phrase he used when they hit one of the Yankee batters in that movie. It's about time they hit somebody, and there it was. So here now is, and now even Tabby's getting in the way. Not getting in the way, but chiming in, trying to get my attention. So I've got to drive on. Here's Van Meter. 6-3, strikeout chance, too high. We go to Van Meter. 3-1, liner to second. This could be a double play. Snagged by Cabrera. Runner on first, a line drive to second. It's a 1 or a 2 would be a double play. Nope, not going to happen. That's just the kind of game it's been for the Nationals, and that kind of thing is not going to work out for them. So it's just a line out, 1 away. And here is Aquino. 5-3, strikeout chance, not going to happen. Aquino, 5-4, he's going to pop it to third. Rendon is there, 2 down. And a good contingent of the Nationals crowd that came into the game with very happy for not seeing their team for so long. Maybe wish they were still on the road because most of them have left. Here is Sincel. 2-1's a range play at the ballpark. 5-4, that's a single pass second base. Cabrera is a 2. And he makes the play. How about that? Cabrera makes the play, gets him out of the inning. And Suero faces 4 batters, gets out of the inning. He's going to try to finish the game out if possible, again, to save their bullpen. So now DeScalfani, does he come back out? That's the question. Gomes is going to lead it off after the double switch. Gomes will be the leadoff man. And we need to, let's see here how they want to play this. So let's see, they're going to take DeScalfani out. And let's see what they want to do with their bullpen. Do they want to have one guy go 2 innings or split it up 2 innings, inning apiece for 2 guys? See how they want to play this. They're going to actually bring in Sal Romano on a double switch. So let's go back to the Reds lineup. Last out was made by Sincel. So they're going to bring in Brian O'Grady to play center field and bat 9th here in the 8th inning. And Sal Romano will come up and hit in Sincel's spot, number 6 position, which will come up 9th in the order. So that way, if Romano is effective, he doesn't have to bat. All right, so Grady will take over and bat in the 9th position. All right, so Yan Gomes will lead off the bottom of the 8th in a laugher of an 11-2 game. So Romano is on. Get the numbers on DeScalfani. 7 innings pitched. And DeScalfani, oh, now Tabby has joined us. Tabby, not ready for you right now. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Now she's bumping into my phone stand, trying to shake that around. Probably see her head sticking out, I don't know. Tabby, you need to move, honey. I'm trying to play. I know it's a bad game, I'm still trying to play. All right, so Romano is in, and Romano will be facing Gomes. 1-3, that's ball 1, so we go to Romano. Although Tabby's probably more entertained than this game is right now. 3-5's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So struck out Gomes. 1 away. And I need to do this double switch here real quick. Let's bring in O'Grady to bat in the 9th spot. Center field. And then Romano to bat 6th and play and do the pitching. All right, so we're ready to go now. Top of the order now that Gomes has struck out. Here's Turner. Romano to Turner. 2-3 is the ballpark card. 6-2. It's a ground ball to first, and Votto is there. I wasn't sure if you heard Tabby purring on the... She came up close to my little microphone, and now her tail is in the way. Tabby, we can't do the game with your tail in the way. I'm sorry. Just can't be done. Eaton, 1-3, and that's a ball 1. Try again. 3-5, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So Romano, a nice 1-2-3 inning. Nationals go quietly. And finally Tabby has jumped down now. All right, so Suero's going to stay in there despite the fact that he's tired because they just don't want to use any other pitchers. This is one, again, where if they had a position pitching card, I would use it big time. Maybe I need to create one. I don't know, but this would be the perfect time to, bring in a non-pitcher to pitch. So let's see what they want to do here. How do they want to play this? Actually, they are going to take him out and bring in, let's see who's coming up. Barnhart. It's a lefty. They're going to bring him in another right-hander. They're going to bring in Hunter Strickland. He's not very good either. They're just going to use him for 1 inning. So Hunter Strickland is in. He will pitch. Hunter Strickland. So Strickland is on. Suero just goes to 1 inning. So they can get by using 5 pitchers. I guess that's not too bad. Barnhart, Iglesias, and O'Grady due up here in the top of the 9th against Strickland. 5-6 is an automatic out, so we go to Strickland for that automatic out. It's a fly to left, 1 away. So Barnhart is retired. Here's Iglesias. 5-5, strikeout, 2 high. We go to Iglesias. 1-6, single to center. So a single to center by Iglesias. And for the Reds, that's hit number 13. And here's O'Grady, his first chance to come up in the game. Strickland 5-5, strikeout chance, got him. So O'Grady out on strikes. 2 down for Jesse Winker. In fact, we're going to pull Jesse Winker and let somebody else get a chance to hit in such a blowout of a game. They're going to bring up Phillip Irvin and let him have a swing at it. We'll keep that roll. So Irvin, actually no, we'll redo the whole roll because they got a new batter now. So Irvin is going to come on. Shouldn't have rolled that because I knew I was going to do this. So Irvin comes on just because it's a blowout. You're going to bring in some of your lesser guys. And in the PC replay, Winker's getting more at bats than he probably should, so time to take him out and bring in Irvin. This time do it in a big blowout. 5-6 though is an automatic out for Strickland. And Irvin says, thanks a lot for bringing me in on the automatic out, but it doesn't matter. And runs a hit, no errors, and a man left. So we go to the bottom of the 9th to get this game mercifully over with. Romano will be back out. And Romano will be facing Rendon, Adams, and Cabrera. Nationals have nobody on the bench to pinch hit except for Juan Soto. They don't want to use him. They want to give him the day off to rest his ankle so he can come back tomorrow. So pretty much no pinch hitting is going to go on. Here's Romano to Rendon. 1-6 ballpark card would go to Nationals Park. 4-1's a single to right for Rendon. Base hit. Brings up Matt Adams. 3-3, that's a double question mark. 1's a single, everything else is a blank. So we go to Adams. 1-3, ground ball back to the pitcher. This could be a double play. He's a 3. He adds 1, makes it a 4. The infield's halfway, makes it a 5. It goes back to the pitcher. That adds 1, makes it a 6. So it's guaranteed. It's automatic. 1-6-3 double play. Because there's nothing on the pivot. So 1-6-3 is turned automatically. And we're down to our final out, which is Asdrubal Cabrera. 2-1 strikeout chance, not high enough, or too high rather. 1-6 star 2. That's going to do it. Fly to left. That's going to end the inning. Game is mercifully over on the fly to left. Nationals will now fall to 71-47, and we'll get the gory details in the box score, or the recap, whatever you want to call it. DeScalfani gets the win. So DeScalfani with the win and Fetty the loss. Fetty will drop to 5-5. DeScalfani improves to 9-7. For Cincinnati, 11 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. For the Nationals, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Left on base, 3 for the Reds and 8 for the Reds and only 3 for the Nationals. So there's the gory details. The first game of the homestand is not the way the Nationals were hoping, not what they were planning for, but they just got ambushed by the Reds, particularly Winker with that grand slam in the second inning. That kind of sealed the deal for Eric Fetty right there. Put the game pretty much out of reach at that point. 11-2 the final. 11-13, 0-8 for the Reds. 2-6, 0-3 for the Nationals. Nationals drop now to 71-47. So if Atlanta wins, they could pull within a game and a half of that lead for the division. So Washington's going to start having to sweat here. And they've got another guy on the mound next game who doesn't give a lot of innings necessarily. That's Joe Ross. So they might be dipping into their bullpen again. Of course, they do have Strasburg in the final game of the series, so he could give them some innings. But they really are missing Max Scherzer. Not having your ace is really, really taking its toll on the Nationals pitching staff and their bullpen, because when Max pitches, it usually means the bullpen gets the majority of the day off, whereas their bullpen has been taxed as of late. So I was hoping for a closer game. It just didn't happen. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. You just have to live with it. And we move on. And the next game in the replay, on video, I should say, the next video. This was game 118. The next game in the video will be game number 121 against the Milwaukee Brewers, but we got 2 more against the Reds to play offline. Then we'll do the one for the Brewers, and I'll probably upload that one on Thursday. This one will get uploaded on Monday. Since it was played on a Monday, I'll upload it on a Monday. Certainly not a premiere, not with this kind of score. We're just going to upload it and be done with it, and then come back on Thursday, hopefully for a better game against the Brew Crew. But the Nationals will try to come back against the Reds on the 2 games offline and see if they can improve their record and get back on the winning track. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch 2019 Washington Nationals style. They take it on the chin, 11-2 from the Reds in game 1, and they're looking for better luck next time. Until the next time I put out a video, which will be the first game in the Milwaukee series. Till then, take care, enjoy the hobby, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.